Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon again, folks. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels, and as always, we're going back to that horrible world known as the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center. But before we do, the usual disclaimers. If you are unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or with the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non-for-profit started by autistics for autistics, wherein they interviewed and surveyed over 900 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so-called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center does not want you to read that article so much. They have threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. Well, folks, please read that article. Share it on all your social media. We also have linked in there NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC decides to see through with their threat. Trigger warning number 1. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center and Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please go ahead and utilize those headphones. Number 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We do use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and watching this, very obviously parental supervision is very much advised. All right. Now we're cutting this one in half because we have to. And excuse me, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 more videos, kids. 3 more videos. All right, here we go. The primary purpose of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetics Act is to protect consumer from dangerous products. Who'd have thunk, right? To that end, the Act undisputably grants the FDA power to impose a blanket ban on an unsafe device covering all its uses. Viewed in that light, it is eminently reasonable and entirely consistent with the state's purposes to conclude the FDA may impose a more targeted ban focused solely on the device's unreasonably dangerous intended uses. Or hear me out on this. Hear me out on this. When you're talking about a singular device, and please stop throwing the SIBIS machine in my face. When we are talking about a singular device, and they're doing exactly what you're saying here. A blanket ban means that it's not being tailored to where you can use the GID device for this, but not for this. But when it is out and out overall ban, which I read the paperwork, folks, the FDA did exactly that. The question becomes, why are we having this argument? Although it is great that this particular judge believes that the FDA, in regards to other potential devices that might cause substantial risk for harm, this person believes that they should, in regards to those devices, have this kind of decision-making power. The problem is it isn't relevant here. Okay? Isn't relevant here. Well, I think it's great you think this way, Judge. You're missing the forest for the trees. Because your colleagues has got your brain so twisted up that you cannot see the very obvious difference between one device and another. To put it bluntly, and I've said it till I'm blue in the face and I'm getting real tired of saying it. The GED device is not being used for any other purpose than that which it is being used at the JRC. It is not being utilized in the practice of medicine anywhere for any reason or being prescribed by doctors for any other reason at any point in time anywhere else but at the JRC. The JRC again uses these devices for a singular purpose: to get confused, because the FDA mentions the fact that the reason why they became a part of an investigation and started these hearings is in regards to how this device has caused the pain and suffering of countless disabled kids, does not mean they're trying to tailor anything. They're saying that this device has obviously caused harm. We have evidence that it has a great risk for harm. Okay? That was the sole purpose as to why they mentioned how the devices were being used. It wasn't used in a context to try and cater what the GED can be used for and what it cannot. It was being used as part of an explanation and also used as a way to show evidence that this device absolutely has risk for harm. Anyone can see that who reads that 2020 decision or the paperwork that leads up to it from those hearings all the way going back to 2014. You're arguing an argument that is not being had. You are making assumptions based on what you think the FDA was trying to do instead of getting clarification from the FDA into regards to what they were trying to do with that decision. And because of this, this is how we're in the situation that we are in now. And as a way to try to quiet down the rest of us, you throw in the talking points that have been used to try and bludgeon advocates since the dawn of time, the states' rights. That is what in actuality is going on here. With that being said, knowing what we know now and the fact that they are willfully misreading what is being said here, this decision should be thrown into the garbage pail. We're going to go ahead and close on that. Folks, we don't get very many views on this channel. The few that we do tend to get removed from time to time. So please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe, and don't forget to hit those comments. I do appreciate your time. And as always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I will see you next time. Bye-bye, everyone.